Piano Man by Billy Joel. Now, on the original, it's obviously piano. We're doing it on a guitar, so we have got certain restrictions on our 6-string instrument. What I'm going to do is give you some different suggestions, like you can do that pattern that I just showed you now. You can go finger style, so putting the pick down. You can really make the song whatever you think sounds best. So we're not going to do it a purist way, because then this wouldn't be here, it would be a piano. But let's guide you through the chords, because the chords sound good, and whatever variation, as long as your rhythm is correct, your time setting is correct, it's going to sound pretty sweet. Okay, now it's got a 3/4 time signature. It's got like a waltz, so imagine dancing the waltz. You need to have that feel, and then you can do embellishments on that. You see I changed the rhythm a bit there, but before we go further, let's learn these chords. They're quite important. You're starting with a C chord. Your bass note is crucial, so you're starting from the 5th string. Then you're going to go to E minor / B. 2 ways to play it. The one is E minor like this. Or if you want to, rather use fingers 2 and 3 like that. Also acceptable, but either ways, you're still playing the 5th string for the bass note. That's why it says E minor / B on the PDF. If you don't have the PDF, let me know immediately so I can send you a copy somehow via email, if you just email me, or via WhatsApp. And then we can obviously refer to the diagrams. After your E minor with the B bass note, you go to A minor. You're familiar with that. 5th string again. And then comes quite a busy chord, if we can call it that, because using all 4 fingers. It's C with a G bass. Now C normally looks like this. I'm sure you're familiar with it. All that's happening is the ring finger number 3 is going up on, the pinky sliding in where it was. This is going to be my C/G. My bass note's now on the 6th string. So you can hear so far the bass note's going. You can actually hear the bass melody when you go through the chords. See if you can hear it. Now when you go to the F, there's 2 ways to do it. You can go for a bar chord. I'm not going to do that right now, but if you want to, I don't have an issue with it. But like I said, I'm going to demonstrate the normal conventional F. Finger 1 flat across the bottom, 2, finger 2 and finger 3 like that. And for this F, your bass note's on the 4th string, so it should sound like that, 4th string. Then F with the E bass, ring finger just goes 1 back. That's the E note. And then you're going to go to a D7, which has got finger 1 on the 2nd string. Middle finger is going to go onto the 3rd string, and the ring finger on the 1st. And your D7 also from the 4th string. And you finish off the first line with a G, which you can play like this, or you can bring the pinky in like that as well. Standard with the pinky. Okay. And the G is going to be from the 6th. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to focus on both left and right hand, so you can see the changes and see the strings I'm picking. You can see my C chords in place. Remember the first 3 chords, you got the 5th string, so here we go. 6th string, 4th string, and 6th string. And then for the second line, for there's an old man sitting next to me, back to the C, same chords. But watch this now, F, G, now hear the slide, back to C. Now you don't always have to play G like this, so you don't have to do that last F to G to C like that. You can do F to G to the C like that as well. You've got a bit of choice, a bit of freedom. I quite like the sound of taking the F to the G, which is 2 frets up. It sort of lifts it and then it drops it in pitch. So that's my personal suggestion the whole way through. F to G there and then back to C. I want you now to try and play through with me the first 2 lines of the verse. I'm going to take it through nice and slow and I'm going to zoom out a bit. And we're going to count to 3 because it's a 3/4 signature. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. You got that? Okay, we're going to go a little bit slower as well just to get the structure of the song. And here we go. 1, 2, 3 and... That's the first part of the verse. The second half is exactly the same, so you should be home dry for that. Now obviously you can play this on acoustic guitar, which might sound a bit nicer, a bit more sort of natural, but anyway, I'm doing electric because it also works quite well there. For the chorus, we're going to have some new stuff. Listen to this. Check the thumb there for the D7. The thumb grabbing that string, but let's zoom in and see what those chords look like for your chorus. We're starting with an A minor, bass notes on the 5th, then your pinky goes to the top, fret 3 for the G bass, that's your A minor / G, pinky's on top, and then for the D7, that's your shape, but what's the thumb on top? You want this F sharp bass note against the D7 chord. Now I have seen 1 or 2 students or guitarists do it like that with the middle finger on top. If it feels better for you, by all means it's quite correct. I just prefer putting the thumb, it's just a lot easier for me. And from there to F. So the first 4 chords for your chorus, when you sing da 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 da, you're going to go A minor, G bass, D with the F sharp, sorry, and then F. It's difficult to try and call out the chords and play them at the same time, so I'm just going to play them without calling them out. And the second time round, A minor again. But then he goes to a D at the end, so the last F is now a D. So it's A minor with a G, D7 with the F sharp, F. Second time, A minor with a G, D7 with the F sharp, D. And to finish it off, he's got quite a nice little twist. He goes the last 4 chords, G. And there your bass note is largely on the 6th string. You're playing a normal G, then G with the F bass. Bit of a stretch, use the middle finger. Don't play the 5th string, play string 6, jump across to the bottom 4. C with the E bass, which is basically C, but you're playing the 6th string because that's the E note. And you're onto G7, which looks like that. C to G7, finger 1 comes down, fingers 2 and 3 go up 1. And you have it. Simple as that. And after that, if you look at the next line, we're back to everything we've done on the original. Or in the verse rather, I should say. So if you play the whole chorus now, the top line, because that's where all the fun happens, you're going to have something like this. And here we go. 1, 2 and 3 and... And there you have it. And like I said, you can use fingers, so you can go. So there's different ways you can play it. I'm just going to zoom in on that particular picking pattern in case you like it. Remember, the key, or key over here rather, is to keep everything in 3/4 timing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Or you can go. Or whatever picking pattern you think sounds cool, go for it. It's not on piano, like I said at the beginning of the video, so there is no correct way. And yes, I'm sure there's some really amazing acoustic player that's actually managed to play it exactly like the piano does. I'd love to see that. So if you can got a link to it, please send it through. But what I've shown you now will make a really cool sing-along song for Piano Man. Hope you have an awesome week, and I hope this video helped. Take care.